Herge became so completely identified with Tintin that whenever he arrived at the reception, it was as if Lewis Carroll was making an appearance at the children's tea party. His easy serenity and friendly manner, the gentle magnetism of his presence made everybody forget that the character he created inhabited only a paper universe. Countless number of people claimed to be complete strangers to the world of comic strips and never read comic books, then add, except for Tintin. Born George Prosper Remy on 22nd May 1907, Remy was known by his pen name Herge from the French pronunciation of his reversed initials RG. Born to a lower middle class family in Etterbeek, Brussels, Remy developed a love of cinema, favoring Winsor McCay's Gertie the Dinosaur and the films of Charlie Chaplin, Harry Langdon and Buster Keaton. His later work in the comic strip medium displayed an obvious influence from them in style and content. Although not a keen reader, he enjoyed the novels of the British and US authors such as Huckleberry Finn, Treasure Island, Robinson Crusoe and the Pickwick Papers, as well as the novels of Frenchman Alexandre Dumas. Drawing as a hobby, he sketched out scenes from daily life along the edges of his school books. Some of these illustrations were of German soldiers because his 4 years of primary schooling at the zealous Municipal School No. 3, which coincided with World War I, during which Brussels was occupied by the German army. A few years later, working for the conservative Catholic newspaper L'Aventium CA, he created the adventures of Tintin in 1929 on the advice of its editor Norbert Wallace. Herge developed Tintin as a Belgian boy reporter who could travel the world with his fox terrier Snowy, Milieu in original French, basing him in large part of his earlier character of Toto and also on his own brother Paul. The series' early installments, Tintin in the Land of the Soviets, Tintin in the Congo, and Tintin in America, were designated as conservative propaganda for children. After the Allied liberation of Belgium in 1944, the newspaper where Herge worked, Le Soir, shut down and its staff, including Herge, accused of having been collaborators. An official investigation was launched, and although no charges were brought against Herge, in subsequent years, he repeatedly faced accusations of having been a traitor and collaborator. With Raymond Leblanc, he established Tintin magazine in 1946, through which he serialized new adventures of Tintin stories. In 1950, he established Studios Herge as a team to aid him in his ongoing projects, where prominent staff members Jacques Martin and Bob Dumont greatly contributed to subsequent volumes of The Adventures of Tintin. Amid personal turmoil following the collapse of his first marriage, he produced Tintin in Tibet, his personal favorite of his works. In later years, he became less prolific and unsuccessfully attempted to establish himself as an abstract artist. Herge's works has been widely acclaimed for their clarity of draughtsmanship and meticulous, well-researched plots. They have been the source of a wide range of adaptations in theatre, radio, television, cinema, and computer gaming. He remains a strong influence on the comic book medium across the world. He is widely celebrated in Belgium. A Herge museum was established in Louvain-la-Neuve in 2009. It is said Herge was a personification of Belgium. He remains one of the last myths of the Belgium Federation. If the character of Tintin was clear-headed and upbeat, then his creator was contradictory and inscrutable. It is difficult to take at face value this extraordinarily creative person who, after revolutionizing his art form and leaving an indelible mark on his age, can say in the most unassuming way, "Let's not exaggerate. I'm just happy drawing little guys, that's all." In 2011, Tintin in Congo was banned for children over racism fears. Though recently, a modified version of the Tintin comic books have been released to address the racism controversy, but it has received mixed responses from anti-racism groups. In 1979, Herge was diagnosed with osteomyelofibrosis, necessitating a complete blood transfusion. His need for blood transfusions had increased as he came to require them every 2 weeks and then every week. On February 25, 1983, he suffered a cardiac arrest. He had been scheduled to meet with Steven Spielberg, who later made The Adventures of Tintin in 2011. He died at St. Luc on 3rd March 1983.